I'm going to take you a little behind the scenes of how my manifestation has evolved over the years. So, this is going to be a little bit different, but you might be surprised and intrigued how much my manifestation practice has evolved, changed, and why I fully believe in the power of challenges and intention setting. So let's dive in. Hey guys, it's Ashley from theawakenedstate.net. So I'm going to be honest with you. Today I really had some writer's block on what I wanted to talk about. And then I was thinking, let's just give a behind the scenes look of what it really means to manifest something. Like sometimes you don't know the how, sometimes you don't know when, sometimes you don't even know what to do. You don't even know what you want to manifest. You don't even know what you like. You don't even know what the process is, what the pathway looks like. You don't know anything. And the reality is that's okay. And I think that freaks out our egos the most. That freaks out our egos like, holy shit, I don't know the path. Holy shit, I really don't even know how to do it. I don't even know if I can actually accomplish this. But I have a dream. I have a vision. I have a desire. And when we don't know the how, we don't know what we're doing, it kind of leaves a lot of, I don't know. I just don't know. And as a result, we don't know the answer. We don't know what we're going to write. We don't know what book we're going to write. We don't know. And that's okay. Because here's the thing. You do know. You do know. You have the entirety of the universe inside of you. You have quantum intelligence to turn and tune in to the voices of guidance. You have immense intelligence inside of you that you can always tune in, tap into for guidance. You know, when we talk about spirit guides, when we talk about higher self, when we talk about God, when we talk about all these things, spirit, the energetic world, we're talking about tuning back into our bodies, tuning back into higher self, and listening receptively for answers, for guidance, for truth, for wisdom. And that's ultimately how the pathway reveals itself. So I decided today I want to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look of how my manifestation practice has evolved over the years. I think this is kind of like an interesting look at how far I've really come when it comes to manifestation. And as a result, it's also a lot about showing you why certain techniques only sort of work. And the really, really simple answer to that is they're random as fuck. Like, that's the real truth. Here's the thing. So when it comes to manifestation, a lot of us are focused on what we don't want, but we're deeply desiring what we do want. The very simplistic foundational layer is exactly that. We're focused on what we don't want due to conditioning, society, old beliefs, old habits, bad patterns, bad behaviors, trauma, relationship wounds, and the story goes on. And that's okay. But the reality is manifestation teaches us so much more about focusing on what we do want and unapologetically focusing on it to the point where it might even make us uncomfortable, to the point where it's like, shit, am I really asking for that? Am I really allowing myself to go there? You know, to want that? That seems so outlandish, maybe a little diva, maybe a little selfish, maybe a little bit like, whoa, that's a lot. And that's what it's about. It's always been about that. Because the chances are is most people who are just at the beginning of their journey with manifestation is they are coming at it from this lens of, I'm trying to manifest one thing, or I'm trying to manifest a lot of things all at once, and it's like a giant salad of mess. Or they're coming at it from this lens of they've just learned about manifestation, but they're kind of approaching it from this like very surface level view and not kind of connecting the dots of what manifestation really is about, which is about your internal state of consciousness and understanding your internal state of consciousness. So I want to take you behind the scenes of how my practice has personally evolved over the years. So let me introduce you to a few of my props. Starting off, we have the dream box. The dream box where all of the magic and the dreams and the amazing little tokens and dream catchers and oracle cards and lots of little Dear Universe. I don't even know what this stuff is anymore. All of this stuff was just weird little trinkets and ways of trying to create my own version of a vision board. Fun, adventure, memories. Yes, I've experienced lots of fun memories and adventure. I think one was we've got more followers. The flower of life. Oh my gosh. What's your story? Einstein. Find your happy place. I definitely found my happy place. The ultimate destination is which to celebrate the journey. Creating an empire. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But this was my starting point. Creating a dream box with lots of crystals. And this became one of the first versions of how I started to manifest. I created a dream box, and if you don't know what a dream box is literally a box that you decorate with your vision and you put your dreams inside of the box. With the Dear Universe prayers. These do work. I do find a lot of help and kind of internal guidance with Dear Universe letters. What I've noticed though with the Dear Universe letters is it's very general. It's very general. So this one is, may the presence of prosperity and abundance be magnetized in my aura and energy field. It's a beautiful affirmation. It's a beautiful prayer. But does that really warrant me what I unapologetically desire? No, it's really, really vague. It's very simplistic. Like, abundance can mean a lot of things. Abundance could mean I have enough groceries today. Abundance can mean I have enough money for just having my basic needs met. Like, just saying something like this is good for beginners, but it doesn't necessarily warrant what exactly you want. And then I have the vision jar, which is a jar that I made to have all of my visualization practices. I created this jar with all the things I wanted to manifest by personally creating little sheets of paper with the visions of what I wanted, and then I stuck it in the jar. And then the thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do a visualization practice where you take out the jar and you take out a piece of the paper, and then you spend at least like 5 to 10 minutes soaking in the feeling of that particular thing. And so whatever the situation was, you know, like buying your first house or going to vacation, or I think another one was like starting your first e-course, and I'm supposed to visualize exactly what that feels like, what it looks like. And inevitably, you know, I'm just pulling out these visions out of a jar and seeing how that feels. Then I started getting smarter, and I really began to look at, well, how can I get more clear on what I actually do want? Because what I've noticed with these couple of practices, they're okay. They are perfect if you're a beginner. If you've just kind of dabbled and put your foot in and you're new to manifestation, you're new to the practice, you're new to what you want to do, they're great. They're great for just getting used to what even is manifestation. However, over the years, what I've personally found that works the most for me is getting very, very clear and intentional with what I want. And the easiest way I've done that is, and I've done journal after journal after journal after journal after journal, and I've done numerous practices of getting clear on my focus and setting intentions with affirmations, with gratitude, with just brain dumping everything that is coming through for me, allowing myself to explore my dreams, what I desire, what I see as my personal vision. And I've allowed this process to get way more clear on focusing on what beliefs would I need to support my desires, what feelings would I need to support my desires. And as a result from that, I've noticed that there's so many more details and almost identity shifts that happen the more you step into the vision. There was no room for that here. Like, I don't even, what the fuck even is that? There's no room for that. Sort of room for it when I do the visualizations, but realistically, there isn't room to explore who am I inside of the vision? Who is the person who already has that? What does that look like? What does that feel like? How do I see that in my mind's eye? How do I actually envision myself inside of my goals and dreams and desires? Or am I only approaching it from this lens of, like, I'm seeing the surface level layer. I want this blank. Because a lot of people, when they approach manifestation, they're only coming at it from the surface level lens, and then they wonder why they don't get results. It's because they barely tapped below the surface. They've barely even explored who is the identity that has that desire, who is the identity that has that relationship, that has that house, that has that business, that has that career, that has that personality, that has that feeling. We are looking at it from such a tiny, tiny lens of what we could actually be looking at it. And what I've noticed is I found way more success, way more clarity, way more understanding of what I want, what I desire, what I already knew I wanted, but I couldn't really access when I was looking at a vision board or dream box. And from that lens, I started to really get clear on the life I was building, the vision I was actually creating. And I think, it's easy to say that it's fun to do these things. It's fun to create the vision board. It's fun to create the dream box. It's fun to do the visualizations. All of that's great. But if you're not getting unapologetically clear, I mean, like point blank what you want, the universe can't get behind you. The universe doesn't know what to work with. It says abundance. I'm going to give her groceries today. The universe doesn't know. The universe is not reading your mind in the universe is more like a copy machine. And so it copies out what our focus and thoughts and vibrations are. Now, if we're only being really vague and general with some of our desires, some of our wants, then we're only going to approach things from that lens. So it's like when you think about manifestation from this place of, are you being super, super general, or are you getting really specific? Because here's a really cool tip. If you want to get really specific, you have to be willing to give a purpose to the money you desire. You have to be willing to give purpose to that thing. Why? Because it allows you to start making it real for yourself. A lot of the times when we desire something, it's kind of like way up here in the clouds. In order for us to internalize it, normalize it, standardize it, you have to start looking beyond the surface level and into the place of how can I make this feel real for me? What do I need to do in my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs, my habits, my actions? What do I need to do so that I feel in alignment with this thing? Because a lot of people, when they approach manifestation, their hugest problem is they have created separation from their desire. There's separation in the mind. And that separation is what is going to drastically keep you at arm's length from achieving what you want. Now, like, I don't mean to brag, but I just recently looked at like a couple of my desire lists, and almost every single thing on that list came true. And I looked at my Awaken Your Aligned Vision map, my soul map that I made last year, and almost everything on that list is happening or happened. You know, there was a time when I really, really wanted a house, and I'm in a house now. There was a time where I really wanted to, it's just so surreal. Like, some of the things that have occurred are just incredible because I've allowed myself to get clear on what I want. And so that's a lot of what I take you through inside of my new book, Awaken Your Power to Manifest. So Awaken Your Power to Manifest is now on sale on Amazon for this week. And this workbook, I would just like to tell you a little bit about it. So this workbook, I originally created in 2016. And over the years, I've updated it. I've added a ton of information to it. It is no longer has the old material. A lot of it is very fresh and new. And as a result, what happened is I started learning about challenges. And the power of a challenge is the repetition, the momentum, and the willingness to keep momentum going does something really unique in our minds that is very similar to a habit. And so what I've learned with creating manifestation challenges is it literally keeps momentum going. And what normally happens is people will manifest like haphazardly, like they'll do it once, woohoo, and then I don't know what I'm doing. I suck at manifesting. How do I get better? And inevitably what occurs is they've lost belief. So what a 30-day practice does is it helps you build self-belief, and it helps you build belief rapidly. So what I've created with this 30-day challenge is a long time ago, I created this challenge because I noticed that, well, first I did this book called The Magic by the author of The Secret. What's her name? It doesn't matter. The Magic. And what I noticed is I started practicing gratitude challenges. And over the years, I started to notice immense shifts in my thoughts, in my behaviors, and what I was inevitably attracting in my life. I started to notice really powerful shifts in what I was attracting. There would be moments where like we were struggling to get a new apartment, and I put some gratitudes and intentions out there that we were going to find one that was super affordable, that was easy to manage, and that was in a great location to my love's job. And literally within weeks, it happened. And stories like that have just continuously kept happening to me because I started using this practice daily. I started using this practice consistently and constantly building a momentum forward in my identity. And with Awaken Your Power to Manifest, you get a 30-day challenge where you can explore this for yourself. And what makes Awaken Your Power to Manifest a lot different is I've included ways you can practice manifestation. So let me see if I can show you. So everyone who's done it in the past knows exactly what I'm talking about. I teach you how you can manifest small things and big things in your life. And so every day of the challenge, you get a little assignment. And so this one is you are supposed to manifest a crystal. And so on another day, you would manifest, because I know crystal's like so generic. Let me give you a better one. Oh, this one is manifest Alice in Wonderland. Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And so what it does is it teaches you to help you believe in manifestation, because that's what so many people get tripped up on, is they don't understand that they can do it. So what Awaken Your Power to Manifest does is it teaches you to personally cultivate your own self-belief in manifestation while manifesting. So it's not a very passive book. Every single day you have exercises, challenges, and most importantly, you have your symbols of awareness, which is a personal symbol for you to manifest. And every single day they're different. And even in the back, I think there should be a checkbox, I think. I don't know if I have the checkbox on this version. Oh yeah, I do. So every day in the back, there's a checkbox. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah, there. So there's a checkbox so you can check what you've manifested, which is a really fun way to increase your capacity on understanding how you manifest, how you know you can do it. And I've had so many people talk to me about how this practice just really shifted it for them on understanding like manifestation at a core level of how they could physically do it. And I think what's so cool about this particular way of manifesting is it's not manifesting haphazardly. But at the same time, you're doing that gratitude, you're doing those energy rituals, you're doing the practice of manifestation. Like, it's literally got everything you need to personally own your power to co-create your reality. And I don't feel that the vision board, the dream box, the creative visualization jar did that for me as much as sitting down, creating a challenge for myself, really practicing manifestation as a skill in my mind. Because at the end of the day, it's a habit. It's a habit to learn how to manifest. And the more you practice that skill and turn it into a habit, it becomes so much easier to personally understand how to do it. And the more you practice, the better you get. And it's just like any other skill. And so over the years, as my practice of manifestation has evolved, I really believe that what I've created in Awaken Your Power to Manifest is a perfect foundation if you are struggling to manifest, if you're brand new to the practice, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're looking to get better at manifestation. That's part of the reason why I created this book. One of the core reasons why I created this book was so that anyone who could pick it up and do the practice, do the challenge, would start to learn how to manifest. And I've created it so it's simple, it's easy, it's very simplistic, and at the same time, with the gratitude practice, what you'll notice is you'll naturally begin to raise your vibration, because gratitude does something amazing for our energy body, and it allows us to literally feel more positive, more appreciative of our life. We focus on, the good in our life. And as a result, this natural shift in focus and momentum allows you to see things that you wouldn't normally see if you were feeling negative all the time, or if you were caught up in like some drama or something. And what it does, it allows you to really kind of embrace your co-creative power. And so that's one of the core reasons why I created this book. So right now it's on sale on Amazon for about 60% off. So if you are interested in it, I will leave the links down below for you. And I hope you enjoyed this cute little behind the scenes look of manifestation. So stay tuned for next week. Oh, and if you like our videos, please subscribe, hit the little bell for instant notifications, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you.